Hello, hello, what's going on, everybody? It has been quite a minute since my last, basically long form content YouTube video, and it's just I've been busy. I haven't had a whole lot of time to sit down and plan anything out. But today is Sunday, and there is so much going on in our country right now that I just kind of wanted to come on and really just give my piece on it and my humble opinions and humble thoughts on it. First off, last Saturday, there was an attempt made on Donald Trump's life. It's a miracle that he's alive. I mean, it's pretty hard to deny that there wasn't some kind of divine intervention there in terms of, he moved his head right at the perfect time as the bullet grazed his ear a millimeter more, and he would have been dead. It's really rather amazing. Um, Here's the thing that is problematic. And the thing that's problematic is now we're getting people coming out and comparing it to biblical characters, making him seem more like a man than he is. And here's the thing is Donald Trump, he's just a guy. He is just a man. He is a man just like the rest of us. He is not some divine creature sent down from above to take care of the country. He is just a man. And to really compare him, there's comparisons between, like Leviticus and Aaron and dipping the finger in the blood and putting it on his ear and everything. And we walk a slippery slope when we start putting men and making them more than just men. That's all Donald Trump is. The thing is, though, is that God is sovereign. Everything that's going on right now is part of God's plan. I think that if God himself wanted Donald Trump to be president, then Donald Trump would be president. If he wants Donald Trump to win the election, then Donald Trump's going to win the election. I don't think that really had anything to do with God marking him publicly as our next president. And obviously there's still going to be an election, and now we don't even know who he's going up against, because just this morning Joe Biden dropped out of the race. He said that he's going to finish his term as president. He's going to endorse Kamala Harris as the next president. So we're going to see what happens. It's a pretty crazy time to be an American. In the last 8 days, we've had an attempted assassination, the RNC, which was in itself, it's pretty clear that the Republicans are unified. And then we have a presidential candidate drop out who is this former current sitting president of the United States. But back to what I was saying, honestly, I think, and God has not revealed why he saved Donald Trump's life. Maybe he never will. Maybe the only person that he's going to reveal that to is Donald Trump. I get into politics, but I try not to bring it to my channel. The only reason I'm doing this is because, well, we've got a lot of political talk about God, God saving Donald Trump's life, which I firmly believe that he did. It's really unfortunate that the firefighter, he was killed. He was killed basically shielding his family, which is an incredible story in itself. And 2 other people who were wounded. But Donald Trump got missed, basically. He got his ear clipped. I think that this is more for Donald Trump than anyone else. I think that maybe there's something going on with Donald Trump, and God decided to give him a sign, to give him pause, to give him some clarity. He definitely seemed more stoic and more humble, at least for a little part of RNC. There is something different about him, like he's now realized that maybe there is, something a little more important than the world and what he's basically built his whole life on. We got to remember, this is Donald Trump. He's not a very humble person. He has gold everywhere, very lavish lifestyle. So, I mean, we have to remember that as well. So, when we're sitting here trying to compare him to biblical characters, I really think that maybe we should take a step back and just realize, yeah, God intervened. And we might not ever know why. Donald Trump is the current presidential nominee for Republicans, but you know who the current president is? Joe Biden. And Joe Biden is president because God wanted him president. For whatever reason, we might not never know. God doesn't reveal everything to us, so I guess just in time we'll see what happens. But we have to really be careful as Christians to really kind of make sure that we're not moving into idolatry when it comes to political figures or any other figure, that is, anybody. Men are men, God is God, and Jesus is Jesus, and Jesus is King. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to talk about it a little bit more on my podcast when I get that up, and go a little bit deeper into it. Go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe. That would be great. Getting the channel off when I make it a point to make more content. We're going to be working through some Bible passages, doing some Bible study, and then also trying to touch on current events, but I want to kind of keep this more towards the Bible and God's Word and spreading the good news. So the good news is that no matter what happens with Donald Trump or Joe Biden, well, Jesus came, he conquered death, he died on the cross, he was risen 3 days, and he did that for our sin, and we are saved. God bless you all.